Our Bretonnian forces first, so our blue player Crusader going to be bringing to the field these noble Bretonnians. He's going to have 2 units of mounted yeomen. Interesting. Aside from that, he is going to be bringing to the field 5 units of men-at-arms with shields, each ranked up once, 4 peasant bowmen. He is then going to have the 2 mounted yeomen I mentioned earlier, 2 Grail Knights, 1 Royal Pegasus Knight, and then on top of that, he is going to have 4 units of lovely peasant mob to be that lovely chaff unit. He then has for his leadership squad what appears to be a damsel of heavens up top of a steed, going to be bringing the Power Stone, Scroll of Shielding, Curse the Midnight Wind, Harmonic Convergence, as well as whatever that last thing. Oh my god, stop flying around, damsel. Where are you at? Damsel? Damsel? There you are. Going to be bringing, why can I not remember the name of that ability? Roiling Skies, as well as R of the Lady for that magic resistance. Up in the air, he is going to have King Lewin Leon Kerr himself flying atop Beaquist, I believe? No, that's just the regular one. Anyways, he's going to have the Sword of Corone, Stand Your Ground, and Foe Seeker. Over here for the Wood Elves, we have Soter bringing to the field 1, 2, 3 units of Way Watchers. He is then going to have 2 units of Dryads, 2 units of Sisters of Thorn, 1, 2 units of War Dancers with Astrai Spears, and then 3 units of Eternal Guard with shields. Or actually, just make that 1 unit of, or 3 units of Eternal Guard without shields. For his leadership, he is going to be bringing a Spellsinger of Life with Dwellers Below, Earth Blood, Power Stone, and Life Bloom for that healing whenever she's casting. And then up here in the air, man, this game is running a bit weird. We are going to have a Glade Lord atop a Hawk with Prey of Anathrema. Now let's let these players know good luck, have fun, and get to it. Okay, so here we go. The Lions pushing forward. Taking a look at deployment, you can see the Bretonnians starting with their Pegasus Knights and Mounted Yeomen on the far flanks, looking to dive in on any gaps and get on top of those archers. While the Wood Elves are staying atop this hill, keeping a nice long line with a lot of anti-large armor piercing. The Spell Sisters of Sword will be able to do well in the combat. And right now, yeah, I don't know if it's the beta or if this game is just running low connection, but my apologies for the poor frame rates. In any case, moving forward here, we're going to see the Bretonnians start to push forward with their fodder infantry as expected. We have the Way Watchers pushing forward, only one of them, keeping the other 2 hidden. I like this decision, trying to keep the mystery alive as he brings these Way Watchers out to try to get some damage in. But you see the Bretonnians very smartly using this peasant fodder line as a huge screen for all of his elite killing units. Sisters of Thorn seeing an opportunity, diving in on these peasant mob. They're not going to take any damage in return because of their physical resistance of almost 40%, I believe. What is it? Yeah, 50% physical resistance. So taking barely any damage, routing those peasant mob, and now pulling out before they can get held down. And now look at that. We have a Prey of Anathrema going down, and these Way Watchers are probably looking to get some shots into Lewin. There we go, seeing some of the shots going off now, and look at that, doing so much damage with just 1 volley, taking off about 1/5 of his health. He does have regeneration, so it's not going to last long. And now these, oh no, the Way Watchers are all dead. Every Way Watcher is going to die right there, and holy shit, what a move coming in from Crusader, completely surrounding them with Mounted Yeomen, all of this cav, and the Wood Elf forces are way over here and too far to help and support here, and these Way Watchers are going to go down so quickly. He is doing some damage to Mounted Yeomen in return, but Lewin is in there causing the terror, and that is going to be a lot of dead Way Watchers and Sisters of Thorn, and that is, you know, over half of the points in the army killed right there. That's a very expensive loss for the Wood Elves, and just like that, we are seeing the Bretonnians starting off very strong. Meanwhile, over here on the right flank, we'll see the Dryads charging these peasants, and it looks like the Wood Elves should be able to hold this side, but what's the point when every key unit is over here being massacred? However, the Damsel is taking a lot of damage. These Astrai Spears getting in here, doing a lot of good damage on top with these Grail Knights and other units, but Way Watchers look like they're not going to be long for this world. 17 models on that one, 20 on that one, doing quite a lot of work. And here we have a spell coming down. What could we be seeing? Looks like a Dwellers Below coming in, getting on top of those guys, but the Grail Knights are going to start trying to pull out. But look at that, even 1 Grail Knight being stuck in there is allowing it to do so much damage. So very good call with that Dwellers Below, but doing some damage to his own Eternal Guard as well. Now, zooming out here in the battlefield a bit more, getting a better view, we're going to see the Grail Knights as well as good old Lewin are going to be pulling back out this way. They've taken a lot of damage, but they're getting some Earthbloods on top of them, allowing them to do quite a lot of work. And now look at this. They are going into Lance formation, and man, this is janky. We will see them charging through here for a lovely, lovely, lovely rear charge into these high elf forces, doing a lot of damage. Lewin charging in there, trying to get that terror off. Now, going back out, it just seems like the Wood Elves aren't going to have enough to deal with the Bretonnians right now. Bretonnians have a very dominated position in the battlefield. Their peasant mobs are all very healthy. Their cav is still decently healthy. And they are just tying down all of the Wood Elf units with these really cheap fodder units. And, you know, really, it was just a master stroke there very early in the battle from Crusaders. Seeing an opportunity, the Way Watchers got greedy. They prayed of Anathrema, King Lewin. They came forward. They wanted to get those shots off. But before they can get enough damage done, you just saw a disgusting surround and slaughter from the Grail Knights, the Pegasus Knights, as well as the Mounted Yeomen. So very good maneuvering and just catching all 5 of these units. The 3 Way Watchers and the 2 Sisters of Thorn all at once and just massacring them. So really that was a fateful moment. I think Soter probably had some things in his toolkit that he could have done good work with. I liked his build, and I think I get what he was going for. But unfortunately, the execution just wasn't there, and those Way Watchers got killed way too soon. But let's throw up that army blocker once again and give Crusader the first point in this best of 3. He is such a scary player. So good. Let's get over here. Looks like Mutif and Cyphos are still playing their match, so we have some time. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so Crusader's picking Chaos and banning Dark Elves now. Alright guys, so it looks like this battle we're going to see Beastman versus Chaos. I love this matchup. I think it's a great one to watch, so let's see if we can get some good content here from both of these players. Now, let's go ahead. Chaos is going to be over here for Crusader, and Beastman are going to be for Soter. So I'm going to switch this up. Soter, you get the Beastman, and Crusader gets the Chaos. Now, in this matchup, I feel like it's pretty even. Chaos definitely has, I think, the skirmishing advantage, but you can't underestimate the Beastman in this matchup. Chaos is crazy strong. I think the stronger faction of the two, but I think Beastmen have enough tools in their kit, especially with Regiments of Renown, where now they stand a fighting chance in this matchup. Not that they ever didn't stand a fighting chance. I think Beastman's always been a very strong faction. Oh, man. So what do you guys think? Who's got this? I mean, Crusader seems unstoppable. He was very much in command of that entire battle last time. We'll see if he keep it up. I mean, Soter's a solid player. I think Crusader, unfortunately, does have the advantage with faction pick here. And, yeah, I mean, besides Soothsayer, Scribble played pretty well against him. Duran, or not Duran, was it Duran who played against him last tournament? In any case, I've seen some people play well against him, but it's just like he's always in such dominant positions in the battles that I don't know who's going to stop him this tournament. Full disclosure, if I wind up going against Crusader, I'm losing in an embarrassing fashion. And I'll still stream it for you guys, because I'm not a prideful man. However, it's going to be ugly. I'm just giving you that heads up. I do not think I will play well against Crusader. And if I do play against him, I think I'm just make up a completely random army on the spot, because I think the only advantage I could possibly have against him is pulling like a Scribble and just playing a really weird build and seeing if I catch him off guard. I need to prepare for his build exactly, his huge builds. So we'll see how this see how this battle goes. Oh, don't worry, I'm not scared, my friend. There's a difference between... I'm trying to be realistic. But don't worry, I'll play my darndest. I'm just giving you a heads up. I think I played maybe a total of 9 battles against him. And every single one of them, I haven't really known what was happening, which is usually a sign that that player is much better than you. If you ever lose to somebody and you have no clue what happened, it's because they bulldozed you. But in any case, let's start with red this time first. So here we go. Soter bringing the Beastmen, my favorite faction, along with the Greenskins here. He's got 3 Ungor Raiders. He's going to have 1 Ungor Herd, 4 Ungor Spearmen. He's then going to have 2 units of Bestigor. He's going to have 2 units of Minotaurs with the Great Weapons. Make that 3 units of Minotaurs with Great Weapons. Wow. And Otter123, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so 3 Minotaurs with Great Weapons, 2 Bestigor Herd, 3 Ungor Raiders, 4 Ungor Spearmen, and 1 Ungor Herd, if I recall. Yep, there you are with your stock and Vanguard ability. Then for his leadership squad, he is going to be bringing a Bray Shaman of Death on top of a Razor Gore Chariot. He is going to have with him Fate of Buna and Spirit Leech. And then for our other leader, where'd you go, Morgor? Okay, here you are, buddy. The caster also has a light for that extra power recharge rate. Morgor going to be bringing nothing but his beautiful summons, and we will see how this battle goes for the Beastmen. Now, over here, we have the Forces of Chaos. We have 2 units of Marauder Horsemen right up front. Over here in the backlines, we're going to see 2 units of Chaos Warriors with halberds, 3 units of Chaos Warriors with great weapons, 1 unit of the Demon Spew Forsaken with the weird spawn, which are the Chaos spawn that have armor sundering, so very good pairing here. I did this in my last battle today. And then for the leadership squad, we are going to have a Chaos Sorcerer of Death on the ground, going to be bringing Fate of Una, Spirit Legion, Life Legion as well, but he's also going to have the Forbidden Rod and Scroll Shielding. And then for his main general in this force, we're going to have Kolek Suneater charging forward with standard die and nothing else besides his big old hammer with lightning coming out around it. So let's see how this army goes, how this battle goes. Ungor's Raiders immediately getting noticed by these Marauder Horsemen. So let's go ahead and take a look at deployment, seeing that the Chaos have started up here in the, what side of the battlefield is that? The west, so the northwest side of the battlefield, with their cav out front doing some scouting, getting some early skirmishing done, while the Beastmen have a very packed formation here, pushing forward, trying to stay strong. He has the 3 Minotaurs behind all those cheap Ungor Spearmen to get as much work done as possible. So we'll see if this pans out, or if he overspent on these Minotaurs with great weapons. I'm not sure if he doesn't have the Butchers of Kalkengard, but I think the Terra may have been useful for this match. Over here, look at this, the Hell Cannon. I did not even see the Hell Cannon. Oh my goodness gracious, people. I completely forgot the Soul of Damnation is here. Look at this damn Chaos Spawn, that Chaos Cannon. Just shooting here, doing so much damage, already taking off about a 5th health from those Bestigors. And this blob of infantry right now, he needs to split them up quick. One more, oh no. We split up, split up! Oh goodness, it's not doing as much damage as I thought it would. I guess that non-disciplined formation from the Beastmen is actually paying off quite a lot for them, but he still has this huge blob. He needs to be careful. There goes another shot on top of the Bestigor herd. Good damage done on them. And these Ungor Spearmen herd are getting some good damage done with those Marauder Horsemen. Kark, thank you for the auto host, my friend. Not that you're there, it's an auto host, but welcome to anybody who is viewing from Kark's stream. Ungor Raiders are going to be pushing forward. Looks like they're trying to scare off these Marauder Horsemen, but Soter needs to be careful. He really, really, really needs to stop this blobbing. Look how many units are so tightly packed. Oh my god, no. Just look at that. So many units, so densely packed, and this Hell Cannon is going to get its, wow, 112 kills already. That is ridiculous. And look at all of the damage being done by it. This battle is going so badly for the Beastmen, not to call it out too early or anything, but just looking at the Hell Cannon, it is doing so much work. All these Ungor Raiders are tightly bunched on top of each other. You need to split these people up. You need to keep them far away from each other. Otherwise, all you are doing is letting this Hell Cannon get kill after kill, 130 kills, going up to 146 kills. It's really disgusting how much damage this Hell Cannon is doing. And yeah, the Bestigor just getting slaughtered, Ungor Raiders getting slaughtered, and Chaos hasn't done anything. And what the hell is happening here? We have the Bray Shaman of Death coming out, Kolek getting on top of him, charging into chariots, having to turn around before he gets killed. It may have been a very good bait, allowing these Minotaurs with great weapons to get on top of Kolek, but Kolek's just going to pull right back through his halberds. Bestigor charging in, but getting a Fate of Una on them before they even close the gap, so they have a lot of damage done to them already. And now all of the Minotaurs with great weapons charging into these Chaos Warriors with halberds, trying to get through on Kolek. But right now, the Beastmen frontline is just getting devastated. The Spearmen are not matching up the Chaos Warriors with great weapons. The Ungor herd are not going to do much in return. And all these Ungor Spearmen are already half dead from the damn Hell Cannon. So we'll see what can happen here. But right now, things are looking a bit grim. And here comes Kolek charging forward again. These two Minotaurs with great weapons are still on top of these Halberdiers, as these Marauder Horsemen just throw javelin after javelin into him. The Bray Shaman of Death getting whacked really hard by Kolek. He's about to go down if he doesn't get out of there soon. Look at his health continue to go down and waver. He's being held in place by his own Minotaurs and the Chaos Spawn from behind. And there's a shattered Bray Shaman, so the Bray Shaman is already dead. Don't even know what spells he was able to cast off there. Crusader just really in a commanding position, and these Minotaurs with great weapons just got chewed up and tied down for too long, and now they are not even getting on top of the units they need to, because we have these halberds everywhere that are just tearing through them as Kolek remains impervious to much of the damage. Excuse me. In the center, though, we will see the Beastmen trying to do their best to hold this together, but looking at this, the word spawn are unbreakable, holding together quite well. The halberds are holding together quite well, and Kolek is doing very well because he is surrounded by a lot of cheap infantry units that are just tying down and killing these Gorbals before they can get their money's worth. So right now, the Hell Cannon continues to fire into these back lines, doing a heinous amount of damage. And yeah, I mean, honestly, Hell Cannon MVP right there. It set the tone of the battle, really discombobulated the Beastmen lines, and it has just killed non-stop Beastmen this entire battle. So a very strong victory again from Crusader, once again demonstrating how strong he is in this game. He's just had a commanding position in both of those battles, and yeah, really wondering who's going to be able to stop him today. We don't have Soothsayer in the battle. I mean, in the tournament, we don't have Lotus Moon. I guess it's just going to have to be me, guys. But taking a look at the kills here, 204 on that Hell Cannon. That's disgusting. 125 on the Demon Spew Forsaken. 142 on the Chaos Warriors with great weapons. And everything else just did its job. That was, yeah. That was a rough battle. I think Chaos just really had the right composition to force the Beastmen to him, especially on that map. Very good read from Crusader. I think recognizing that on that map in particular, the Beastmen have to navigate through some chasms, and it provides choke point opportunities that he clearly exploited with that Hell Cannon. So good work. I think the Beastmen needed to spread out more there and make sure to switch around and try to get around those flanks rather than just going full on head-on engagement. Because as soon as he did that, then the Halberds won the battle. If he would have had those Minotaurs on the flank, the Marauder Horsemen would not have been able to kill them on their own. And then he would have had 3 Minotaurs with great weapons that he would have had to worry about. So send the front line in. It's going to lose over time, but send the front line in, get your Minotaurs around the flanks, and then try to get in those back lines. Because as long as he had the large fight on top of the infantry fight, which was the case most of the battle, like all the Beastmen infantry and large units and all the Chaos infantry and large units were on top of each other, then Chaos won because their infantry was better. So if he would have had those Minotaurs trying to find more favorable engagements, singling out Kolek, then maybe he could have taken that away. But once again, Crusader's a solid player, so who knows how he would have reacted to that situation. In any case, let's take a look at the brackets. Looks like